Good evening. I only began with carbon. I began with hydrogen. The periodic table.
These pictures should match.
Okay. Number one, hydrogen. Should it remain number one? Can everybody see the energy in the back? Can everybody see what's going on? Do you see the blur? Do you believe that's a blur? Take a good look. Look behind me. It's not clear. But why is it not clear? What is the interference? Why do I have to focus? Do my eyes have to focus? Because when I turn around, my eyes will see clearly from here to the other end. Is my camera not in the same frequency as the area space that is between here and the cupboards on the other side? Look, can you not see the vibration in the air? We live in that vibration. Can you tell me different? It's what I see. So now do you want to document me as being, I'm like this, I'm like this, I'm like this, and I'm like this. So now you're categorizing the way I perceive things, my rationality, and possibly the way I think. So you, by seeing this, are making a judgment for yourself to better understand what stands before you. Whether it's a person or whether it's a thing, an object. Is it a moving object? I only had a string, many strings. With a string, I can play the harp, I can play the guitar. I can play different instruments, all the instruments with strings. I can also string them together and make myself a sweater or a hat. But I only had a string. I only have a string. So now when we talk about strings, the question is, are there any games that we talk about strings? And I'm going to look that up and see what it is, because for me, in this game that I played, that I created, that possibly somebody else created, but I'm using it, I like to call it right now numerology if you want, but in all actuality, it's the theory of everything. And what does it mean by theory of everything? How do you create what is the theory of everything? How do you get there? Well, obviously for myself, look, I see it. It's flat. Tell me it's round. Is it flat? But the thing about this flat object is they turn around. Oh my God. And I can turn it around, but it's still flat. I have up here, above, and below because I need the area space to turn it. So although you see it like this, I have to understand it also this way so I can be able to turn it. I have 9. I have 9. So I learn what something is. And by learning what something is, I can also say what it's not, what I don't see. Because if I can say what I do not see, that would be a part of creating and understanding a situation in order to create, to understand pieces and parts in the theory of everything. Is it of everything or anything? Something or nothing at all? If we wanted to find a 0 or a 1, I can stick this straight up. If it was from a distance, you would think, well, what number if I asked you? You would say 1. And if this was from a distance, right? Let me use something else. And you saw this, and you only were able to see that. At the end, you would say, look, 0 and 1. Now this horizontal, let me see what I wrote down. Just give me 1 second. I wrote something down. Yes, here it is. Vertical, vertebrae, horizontal. I write now when vertical vertebrae come together, it tells me 33 individual bones. 24 are movable and 9 are connected. 9/11. Roman numerals. The 24th letter X. When we have this, the other two letters that are going to show up are RC. I continuously move the alphabet. I continuously use the alphabet. And I like to use the alphabet from 1 to 26, from 1 over to 60. I just want to, it's blurring in the background for me. I don't like that. I wish I could remove this autofocus. It really bugs me, really bugs me. So then I do an alphabet shift. And then I have to understand the alphabet is broken up in different ways. If I do gematria, which I'm talking about, I think it's the English gematria. In the English gematria, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it's the seventh one in between the 6 and the 6. So we have to understand it through our fingers and our toes when we're counting to understand what position whatever we're doing is. So if I'm talking about numbers, where the numbers are. And if I'm talking about the 26 letters in the alphabet, am I using the whole alphabet, or can I put the alphabet on top of each other? Like the opposite of A is Z. So can I just put them on top of each other and flip the whole alphabet on top of each other? And then all the letters will be one on top of the other. They'll be 2 by 2. But there's only one family that is a singular 2, and all the other families are 3. Only the I and the R numerically, okay, in the base alphabet, A1Z26, Z1A26, if you want to reverse it, it would be 27 all the way down. 27 by 13 equals to 351. 351, very important, very important. In fact, all the numbers are important. 135, 351, whatever it is, anything to do with 351. This is not a 5, and this is not a 5, and this is not a 5, or a 3, or a 1. But when you see the 135, they'll all have the dot in the center. The first letter is A. The third letter is C. The last letter is E. Now I'm going to design them together and see what they do. But I can tell you what they do is in between 1, 3, and 5 is 2 and 4. Now mathematically, when I multiply 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, it equals to 6 and 8. The word 6 and 8 or 68 equals to the word house. The end of the word house is H-O-U-S-E. H-O, ho, 8 and the 15th letter, and U-S-E. So we're going to use the ho. What does that mean? I don't know right now, but I do know that 3 times 5 is 15, O, and 3 plus 5, okay, is 8H. So what happens here, I hope the okay, so what happens, right, with 1, 3, and 5 is 2 and 4 go right over here. It just so happens that 3 and 4 come together for 7, and 2 and 5 come together for 7. So it's not me, it's exactly what the cubes do. I'm trying to see if I have another cube. Okay, so the reverse cube, right? 3 and 4, 3 and 4, always like that. So 3 and 5 will fit together with 2 and 4, 6. 8, 8, 8 is what? 6, 6, and 6. 24 and 18. The letter X, C, the letter R-I. Those are the letters that go along with the base of this. But the letters here is the 6th, the 15th, and the 24th letter. The letter F, the letter O, and the letter X. Hugs and kisses. Over here, it's the H, it's the Q, and it's the Z, it's the 8, it's the 17, and it is the 26. Those are the numbers that go together. In this scenario over here, we're going to have 18, 45, 72. We're bringing it to full formation. Here we're going to have 24, 51, 78. The divided gates of Mars, and at the gateway between the king and the queen, between Earth and Neptune coming together. The invert of that is Earth and Venus. How do I get these numbers? In order to do what I do, I have to understand what's going on. Now, also, it has to be discussed. I'm not the end result. When I look at this, and I look at this over here, and I wrote, where did I write this last? Yes, I wrote over here, 147, 147, 7 months of 31 days, 4 months of 30 days, 1 month of Valentine's. 7 and 6 equals to 13, 1 and 3 is 4. 9 and 4 is 13, 1 and 3 is 4. 1 and 6 is 7. 3 and 4 is 7. 8 and 2 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. 8 and 5 is 13, 1 and 3 is 4. 1 and 9 is 10, plus 1 is 0, is 1. 7 and 3 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. 4 and 6 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. 8 plus 2 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. So the formation of 147 of the 7 months, the 4 months, and the 1 month. For our 17 is Q, the gateway. It's Q and N that comes together. These numbers in full formation equal to 3, 3, 3. The pig's pregnancy, 3 by 3 by 3 is the pig's pregnancy. 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. Another formation is 1 and 9, 10, 2 and 8, 10, 3 and 7, 10, 4 and 6, 10, 5 and 5, 10. Where 9 and 4 is 13, where 8 and 5 is 13, where 7 and 6 is 13, 1 and 3 is 4. Where 1 and 6 is 7, where 3 and 4 is 7, where 5 and 2 is 7. This is the formation, 1, 4, and 7. When we bring it to a single number of 1, bring it to a single number of 4, and bring it to the single number of 7, 74 equals to the word energy. 77 equals to matter. 44 is space, 77 is Christ, 74 is Jesus. 47 is time. 41 is home, and it is king. 52 is earth. 25 is Jack. 85 is matrix. 85 is 0. 85 will create area, space, mathematics. 8 times 5 and divide the night and the day. 8 times 5 equals to 40. 8 plus 5 equals to 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 40 is 4 plus 0 is 4. It creates 4 and 4, 8. 8 and 5 is 13. It will create what is number 53, and that will create the heavens, the cap. When that cap comes together, I'm going to write this down and show you and how it comes together. I'm going to get a glass of water. I just want to mark 8 times 5, 8 plus 5. And it's not only 8, but how do you get to 8? And I'm going to get back. So let me get something to drink. I'm going to come back. Okay, I'm back. How you doing, Tammy? Is there something in what I posted here that you don't understand, that would you like to understand? Do you understand what I am doing here? This is not for one person. I need to create a program if I don't already have one. I believe I need to create one to put everything together that we talk about through all the games, the rules, the regulations, and you can just put in a question of words, and um, it'll break it all down and it'll categorize everything. Like when we go to the gas station, we know we're gonna what's in the store, right? So we have to know what's in every single category. Person, place, and this autofocus came on again. It really bugs me. It really bugs me. And you can see, look at the ton of energy in here tonight. Can't you see it? Look at all that energy. Look. Is it just me? Do you see it? Let me see if we can see it. Right? But when I put the light, you can see it. Only when I put the light. Look at all that energy. So let me move this over here. You see the energy? See all the stuff moving? You have to see to believe. You take the bait to get to the 8. And not only if you say 28, because sometimes 28 can be misinterpreted as saying 2 8s or 8 2s. If you have 2 8s and I have 2 people, I give each person an 8 each. But if I have 8 2s and I have 8 people, I give everybody 2 each. Still the same amount, but at least we got 8 people with 2 instead of 2 people with 8. It sounds cuckoo, right? It is cuckoo, but that's the way it works. Because in order to put everything into formation, you have to throw it in the air and say, or how did you figure it out? How did God figure out to create? Was somebody before it? I like to say it because I don't know who it is. Does it matter who it is? Can I say what it is? What gives me the right? Or in which way should I speak? And how do you know better by your choice that everybody can understand for how we were twisted to understand things? So we all understand at a different level, a different, I don't know, but it's the same rational, but it's a different level because how we perceive things. You might perceive something different than me, and we can still at the end have the same result from the action we take upon what we perceived. Does that sound cuckoo or what? Yeah, I don't want to make it complicated, right? Let me see. So what this is over here is the word spirit, because the theory of everything also has to, I should have like a guideline. It's like children are learning, growing up, seeing things that look the same. Like the word spirit and pirate. I don't think pirate is in this one, but spirit and pirate. Did I have that? Yes, I have the pirate right over here. Pirate is number 69. It starts with pi. Did you know that pi is the invert of itself? 3 times 3 is 9i. 4 times 4 is 16p. So the invert of itself. And then you're going to have kr. In French, they go king and roi. They are the same. K and R, they both mean the same. One is in French, one is in English. K and R is 11 and 18, right? So let me write this down. Inside of pi, the reverse of I is R. The reverse of P is K. And it is 11 and 18, which is number 29. 2 times 9 equals to 18R. 2 plus 9 equals to 11K. And it started with the 2 letters of B and I. I'm hoping to move this camera. So we have by. What does that mean? Should I write that out again? by 131. We have the 18th and the 11th letter. It is 9 and 2. This is how it's created. We had pi 4 by 4 equals to 16p, and we had 3 by 3 equals to what is 0.9 and the letter I. What is pi? 3.14159265. But if we want to bring pi into formation, it'll be 9.33369696. This is the true beginning of pi. And then second formation of pi is 3.4742986 So pi is rotating between what is above and what is below. This one is above, this one is below. Okay, this one is rotating at 3 and this one is rotating at 4. So the answer is in between here. So what is between 3 and 9? 3 plus 6 equals to 9. Should I do it that way, or should I remove it and be minus 6? So if I go up 3 and down 3, I'm going to go with the 6. 9, 8, 7, and then 6, 3, 4, 5. So 4, 5, 7, and 8 are left out. 9 and 15. We're going to leave that like that. And that's IO. IO. Is that the on-off operating system? And this would end up to be what is this one here would be 3.5. And then this one, okay, and that will turn into an 8 if I'm allowed to bring it together. And this one over here is going to be 5. And this is 3.5. And the between here and here is 2. Don't count the 3. Don't count the 5. So is that 2 and 4? So that would be 4, right? So let me see if we got that. 6, and then we got 3.5, and then we got 5, and then we got 3.5. Let me see where we are. Just give me a second. Give me a second. Where was this? And then we have 4. And then here we have what? What do we have here and here? How do we use a number between 9 and 9? What do we do with this? I question that. The average is 9, or is it 0? So we're going to put 9. And over here, it's 7. Over here, it's 6.5. So we have 6, 8, 5, 8, 4, 9, 7. 9, 8, no, it's 7.5. That will be 6, right? Between 6 and 8 is, no, hold on a second. I'll explain what I'm doing in a minute. It's at 7, and then here it's 7.5 equals to 6. And then this one over here is 4. And then we get 4. So pi will end up being this. What did I do? Well, first of all, pi is rotation between here and here. I multiplied this times 3 and then times 4, and then I worked in between here. Although pi is one above itself and one below itself, but I can't multiply it by 1. If I multiply it by 1, I go nowhere. So I multiply it by 3, and I multiply it by 4. See the way 3 becomes higher, 4 becomes lower? So I rotate in between here and here, or I'm going to minus at 50% and higher it at 50%. So we know the height below and above. So I end up with this number over here. I do not know what it means. I'm just trying to show you what I did with pi. Pi will end up looking like this. Every single number in pi is going to look like this. And every time you have a 0, you're going to put a 6. It can be a 6 and it can be a 9. It's interchangeable. The reason for that is if I add 9 to this number, I'm going to get the same number. I'm going to get 6. 9 and 6 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. So anytime I get a 0 and 6, it also equals to 6. So they equal to the same thing. Now this has been inverted to be your life over here. You ever ask yourself, why is there not 100 seconds on the clock or 100 minutes on the clock? Why are we starting with 60? A, B, C. A10, B20, C30. 60. When you go bowling, you don't get 60 that way. It takes 4 frames. A plus B plus C plus D. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals to 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. What is 10? 10 rotates to a new beginning. It's like turning the triangle because it's 3 sides. 3 sides. 3 sides. I don't want to move the camera. I'm going to show you a triangle and go A, B, C. A, B, C. Now, where is D? Because D, if I had to cross all the way to here, it's further away to go over to A from D, and you're starting over unless you're making it a perfect triangle. A, B, C, and then back to A again is D. You moved once, you moved twice, you moved 3 times, and you may have started at A where you were nowhere and ended up at D, and that's your completion of B, C, D, your completion. So A, B, C equals to 6. I'm going to try the camera one more time. A plus B plus C equals to 6. And then you go B, C, D equals to 9. A, B, C, D equals to 10. A, B, C equals to 6. A, B equals to 3. And A equals to 1. The total is 136, the 613 laws of Moses. We don't use this one. We've went nowhere. These two will create the 6. So we begin here and we mirror it over here. A and B equals to 3. They go together all the time. Always together. Once you have A, B, you create C. And now C goes with D. That's your 7. When B, C, D comes alive, let me see if I can do this. I don't like the right. So let me see. So now we have A, B. Then what really happens, what's going to happen, right, is your B, C, D equals to 9. Your A, B, C equals to 6. This is your 33 rotation. You keep rotating. First, like I said, it's A, B, C, and then it's B, C, D, and then it's C, D, E, and then it's F, G, H, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. A, B, C is 1. Let me do that again. A, B, C is 1. Then you start with B, C, D is 2. And then you go to C, D, E. And then you go to D, E, F. Right? We finished this formation of 10. But since you finished the same formation at 10, just like A and B, you have to bring it to the next one where what you're going to do is E, F, G. Right? You still have to do the 3 numbers on the other side. So that would be D, E, F. Now we have this. Now we go H, I, J. And that is your first formation. This is 6. This is 9. This one is 12. This is 15. This is 18. And this one, did I get that right? 9, 9, 12, 15, 18, H and I. This is 27. How's that? Did I get that right? A, B, C, B, C, D, C, D, E, 3, 7, and 5, 12, 4, 5, and 6, 15, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, no, I didn't do that right. I didn't do that right. I knew I made a mistake. it's F, G, and H. It's G, H, and I. So over here you get 21. Over here you end up with 24. And this is how your formation. So you have 6, you have 9, you have 3. Then you have 6, you have 9, you have 3. And then you have 6 again. 693, 693. I added to a single digit to understand how my packets work. The invert of ABC, the invert of ABC in the alphabet, sorry, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. So you have I and A on the outside, and E is on the inside. BCD 432, the earth vibration for healing, I think it is. So this one is 9, and this one over here is 21. IU. So I'm just showing you how the letters and formations come together. In order to get this, 4 times 5 equals to 20. 4 plus 5 equals to 0.9. 29, and if you minus it, it's 11. 9 times 2, 9 plus 2. And we got it from here. Where did we get this? The king and home. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, 4 and 5. Where did we get this? 6 and 5. 6 times 5, 6 plus 5 is 30, and 11 equals to 41. But not only that, the 30 and 11 equals to 41. When you minus it, it equals to 19. And how do you get 19? From 13. So on the plus side, it equals to 41, which is home. Here it becomes the 13th card, the king or the bar mitzvah. The multiplication and addition will bring us to this number. The reduction of this number will bring you to 11. So these two numbers separate. And it just so happens that 13 and 14 are the absolute separation at 13.5. The division of the alphabet is between the letters M and N. The 1 and 3, 4, and 1 and 4, 5. The numeric value of the sun, of love, of fox, and all the numbers is 45 or 54. 9 times 6 and 9 times 5. 13.5, the letter M and E create the letter R. 18 and 18, me. The 13th letter is M. The 5th letter is E. The total is 18. 135 A, C, E. The word sun is also 1, 3, and 5. Counting it to a single digit, where A is 1 and Z is 26, where Z is 1 and A is 26. But there's more formation for this. We can continue on. We can continue on. Yeah, there's something. Okay, just give me a minute. I'm having trouble with my camera. I guess I'm gonna have to get another camera. And I got something boiling over there. And I'm not sure if you can see it, but I'm walking into the energy, right? Can you see what's going on? You tell me what that is. Look. Yeah, I don't think I should be making myself coffee, right? But I have some hot water boiling here, and look at that. I'm coming back. I'm walking onto the other side. I'm breaking through. Here I come. Here I come. Am I going through it? Am I getting around it? Or am I just sitting in it? I can make it go away when I take away the light. But when you want to see it, I give it extra light, and then you can see it. What happened to all my color? Look at that. Now I'm a white man, right? Or actually, I'm just losing half my face because of light distortion. 28 is your birthday, 7 by 4, the numeric value of man. Also, 28 is a representation of the cycle of the moon. And if you ask me questions of something you want to know, I won't be repeating myself and parodying all the time, which I don't mind doing because sometimes I learn different things. Also, when you say, like I said before, you can say 28, you can say 28, you can say 22 is ape. It's funny the way we have the heavens as 8 and we have 22 as ape. We have 88 as the word window. The window is, which window is it? Is it the window, which divided window? Is it the window of the cat's house, Earth? Or is it Mars? Is it 9 for the birth, Earth? Or is it 4 for the window of Mars? Both are the same finger. This finger over here, okay, this finger over here is number 7, Seven. Its numeric value is 65 minus 5, equaling to 60. But at the same time, to a single digit count, it's 1, 5, 4, 5, 5. Now, since there's 3 5s, I'm going to eliminate them all. In fact, number 7 number 7 is 5, 5, 5. And when you add these two up, it becomes 5 again. Number 7 equals to 65. Here is the word. In 7, you have 22 for the V. And then you have 43 equaling to 65. Well, where did I get these numbers from? The numbers come from odds and evens. The S equals to 1. The E equals to 5. Well, I did it down here, then 4, 5, 5. This is the odd man out. So to a long count, it's 65. But to a short count, 5, 10, 15, 16. Did I get that right? Five, 10, 15, 16, 20. Something's wrong here. 5, 5, 4, 5, 1. 4, 5, 5, 5. 14, 24, 34, 44, 45, 46, 56, 65. 11 is 2. So this is 4, 5, 10, 15, 16. Oh, okay. I did something wrong. So it becomes 4 and 7 this equals to 20. 6 plus 5 is 11. 1 plus 1 equals to 2. The numeric value for this will represent time. Mathematically, you're going to get 28 and 11. This is what the student is in your Aleph Beit creation. 11. Your Aleph Beit creation. 11. When I flip it over, it's 11. So you have 1 and 2 equals to 3, and the invert is 5 and 6 equals to 11. That's the red ball. It's also 1 and 1 is 2. It becomes 2 and 3. In fact, this becomes 33. And we do the mathematics, 3 times nothing, right? Or 3 times 1, right, equals to 3. 3 plus 1 equals to 4. The total here is 7. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 2, and 1 equals to 3. Normally, what I do is there is always 1 times 3, but there's not a 1 or a 3. There's a 0, 3. This is what I usually do. Although there's 1, 3, it's 0 with 3. There's nothing else with 3. So when I multiply it and add it, I only end up with 3. So the configuration here is 3, and it formats into this 3. Your 11 formats into this 3 over here. So this 2 is not the same as this 2, and is not the same as this 2. Or nor is it the same as this 2, or as this 2, or as this 2. 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. This one is 3. 2 times 0. Sorry, this is not that. Sorry, I went a little too far. This one is 2. 1 and 1 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 is 2. But 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is 1 and 2. 1 times 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 1 and 2. Only this one is 2. Now, if we go 5 times 6, we get 30 and 11 equals to 41. We get 28 and 11 equals to 39. We get 24 and 11 equals to 35. And this one over here, we get 18 and 11 equals to 29. And then this one over here is we get 0 and 2 equaling to 2. So on the first level, we're 2, and we're going to be 2 on every letter over here, the T letter that comes in. Okay, let me see what you said over here. Yes, bowling is 300, and I like to start at the end. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Yes, and MJ. Remember MJ, right? Very important. Well, you know what? I don't know what it is, but I do know that, or what I believe is that if somebody is looking for something, possibly by understanding how the formation of numbers come together, there's a possibility as so. So this is what I'm going to do. Hydrogen and beryllium and titanium, nitrogen, tellurium, all the numbers that come together of 147, and how formations of numbers come together here are the same formations of everything that's on this planet. So if everything on this planet has the same formation here, and the roulette table, the formations on the roulette table are absolutely. I haven't finished. I don't know the story in there yet, but it just comes. It's just so perfect. The way in roulette. Let me see. Do we have? I mean, let me see. I must have a. I always have something, and now that I'm looking, I can't find. This 4 and 35, 39, 23 and 14, 37, 16 and 21, 37, 6 and 33, 39, 6 and 31, 37, 19 and 18, 37, 8 and 29, 37, 25 and 12, 37, 27 and 10, 37 locks it up. 13 and 24, 37, 24 and 15, 39, 20. So it's absolutely perfect. They also have the opposite, where 34 is opposite of 33, where 21 is opposite of 22, where 14 is opposite of, in this instance, where 15 is opposite of 16, etc. So the board is made perfect. Whoever came up with this, whenever it was, it's absolutely perfect. And then there's combinations that come together. And it talks about Jesus, and it talks about the moon, and it talks about the electric moon, and it talks about the electric moon moving the ocean of time. And then when the alphabet divides, you're talking about the orange ball, or how about the orange sun? And when the orange sun comes to be, you have to mix the two colors of orange, which is yellow, and red. Yellow equals to 92, and all the mathematics that goes with that. Red is number 27, 9 and 2, 11, 7 and 2, 9, 11 come together between red and yellow. These are that absolute truth of what we've been taught, or I've been taught. Every number is a word, whether it's in English, whether it's in French, whether it's in whether it's in Spanish, whether it's in Hebrew. And Hebrew is ironic. Hebrew is ironic because only because I know a few things, right? What I know is, although it's like this: achat, shtayim, shalosh, arba, chamesh, shesh, sheva, shmona, tesha, eser. When I hear eser, it means to try. When I hear try, I think of 3, because I'm going to try for what? I think of 1 and 3 when I try. When 1 and 3 comes together, what's 1 and 3? It's an extra point and it's a field goal. I know that when I say 1, I go aleph, bet, gimel, dalet. But I went achat, shtayim, shalosh, arba. But the letters in the alphabet are different. The letter in the alphabet are aleph, bet, gimel, dalet. Hey, achat, shtayim, shalosh, arba, chamesh, shesh. Now, when you say, okay, when you say 10, yod, 11 is yod aleph, 12 is yod beit, 13 is yod gimel, 14 is yod dalet, but 15 is tet vav, and 16 is tet zayin, which means 9 and 6 and 9 and 7 are separated. 6 and 7 happen to be Mars and Earth. 9 is your birth, Latait Gadula, the head of the big one, comes in with the 7th gate of Earth and Mars, birth of the child through the moon, because 6 and 7 is 13. Sky pass is 55 and 55. Sky equals to 55. 6 times 7 is 42. 6 plus 7 is 13. 13 and 42 equals to what is 1, 2, 3, 4, creates 5, 5 from 6 and 7. So the formation is absolutely perfect. And now we have the sky pass coming in through the moon. Which moon? The Earth moon? The letter A for me shows 1 point, 1 moon, 2 legs, 2 moons. The D letter and the C letter come together to create the A, which creates multiple letters. Multiple letters. And I'm going to show you what. The multiple letters of the A. Is this the A? Can we create the A this way? Oh, I got a cat outside, so just give me a second. I have to get the cat. Come. I let her in. Come. So here we have the letter A. Now we can fit a piece in it, right? We can fit a piece in it. The piece to the center would be 1, the piece that we can plug the pieces in. So we're going to have a moon. Now the question is, where does that moon go? Is it one moon that goes here? And then can we get one moon that goes here? And then we get one moon that goes here? So we're going to have 3 moons. Or should the moons be like this? Can the moons be like that? 3 moons. You notice the way the Star of David, 3 points go into the center. Okay, no, that's not the right one. It's here. 3 points go into the center and 3 points go in between. And in between each one, look, there's a stand over here. See the stand over here? So we connect to that stand. And then there's a stand over here. And then there's a stand over here. You can say you draw anything, right? But that is a club. We joined the clubhouse. You joined the club. Clover, whatever you want to call it. So we can see how these 3, okay, connect inside of these 3. Then these diamonds come together, and there's going to be another one over here. And then they're going to join. Will they be talking to each other? I don't know. I don't know if they'll be talking to each other. I don't understand how it works. What is the I? What is the H? How does it work? I don't know yet. But at the same time, can I make another stand over here? You notice when these 2 come together through the stand, 808 comes together. 808. 808 is, here's one heart, and I put another heart on top of it, creates 808. When you play bicycle cards, you'll see a tombstone. And on the tombstone, it says 808 on the bicycle cards. So we're going to get that out of the way. I was thinking about time. What is 444? It's 1644. But what I wanted to bring up, and I think I brought this up in a prior video, we still have to talk about vertical and horizontal. What is 360 degrees? What is 180 degrees? What is 90 degrees? What is 45 degrees? To turn this cube all the way over, or let's start with a small one. I'm going to turn it, let's start with this. We're going to go to 2. So we go to 2, I moved it 90 degrees. Now we're going to go to 3, right? We're going to go to 3, and boom, I go to 3, 90 degrees. Now I need to go to 4, right? I went 90 degrees, and then I went 90 degrees from 1 over to 2 over to 3, right? 90 degrees and 90 degrees. Now I want to go to 4. I must turn it 180 degrees. So when that happens, and I turn it 180, the R is apparent here, and here it's I and I. It's I and I and then R. And then I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go 90, then 90, then 180. Then I'm going to do 90 and 90. Watch. Then I'm going to go from here. I'm going to go over to 5. And that's 190. From 5, I'm going to go over to 6. That's 290s. Now I want to go all the way back to 180. And then it'll be 90, 90, then 90, and then 180. That's how we turn over. There's only 3. 2 of them are 90s, 1. So it's going to be I, R, I, R. That's exactly what it's going to be. And this is the house of bait. Your number 27. I just had Miss Mew pull in on me. How you doing, Miss Mew? You good? Okay. You know, it's I'm not even touching my camera now. Orange also represents Pluto for me. It represents Pluto, burnt orange, the dog, the color of the dog of Pluto, the planet Pluto. I don't know what the 8 does. We need to discuss this all together. I'm just here to see formation, to understand, I've seen how everything comes together. It's just so real. It's just incredibly, incredibly, incredibly real. Even time, if we start playing with time, 60 minutes and 60 seconds, there's also another way to look at time, that what if every minute was actually 90 seconds, right? What if every minute was 90 seconds? I want to talk about this piece over here. I'm a little tired. Just 1 second. I spoke today. There was a number I multiplied. Just give me a second. No, I can't remember where it was. I did it in a video today. That's why I put out a lot of information, a lot of connections. I can't remember everything. That's why I share it. It had to do with a multiply of something that came out to 360, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. And I'm a little tired. I'm starting to go all over the place. I can't move the camera down. And it was mentioned to me that since 2 and 5 and 6 and 9 can flip over, our alphabet would be, A would be 1, B would be 5 or 2, C would be 3, D would be 4, E would be 2 or 5, F would be 9 or 6, so F can also be I. The I can also be in 6 and 9, but we also have to understand that H is versatile, 4 is versatile. We can turn it any way on a cube. 5 we cannot turn any way on a cube, and neither can 2. 1 we can turn any way on a cube. What does that mean? It means if I show you a 6, okay, the 6 I cannot turn every single way, because once I turn it, it shows you a different reality. The 2 is the same thing. but not the 1. I can turn it all I want, and you won't know what's up and what's down. So the 1, the 3, and the 5, you'll never be able to tell. These are these 3 here. A, B, C, you'll never know. D, you will know. A, B, C, okay? A, B, you will never know. But C, you will know. There's 2 directions for C. There's 2 directions for B, but in this scenario, not. 5, 1 equals to Mars. 5, 2 equals to Earth. The cap of Earth is inside of B. 3 and 4, DC, the divided house, hot and cold, 43, 34. 34, 43, 77, power. 77, matter. 77, Christ. The continuation will create AI, the letter S. Inside of E, and don't forget, E is not only over here, but now we're going to go over here. So L, although it's the 12th letter, I can now turn it into the 15th letter. So now you can turn it in all directions and you'll never know what's up or down. The same with K. K is the 11th letter. 1 and 1 is 2. So the K, although the numbers are the same, because it's 2, it can be inverted into 5. Let me rewrite that. I hope we don't lose this. I'll explain it. This is 2, so this can be as well 5. This is 5. It was 5. It's 2. Okay, I put it back to 5 because you couldn't see it. This one you can't see to a single digit. This becomes 6 and 3. L was the 12th letter. I'm going to try and see if I can explain this to you. Okay. Hi, I just see we have somebody new here. I barely know English. You see the sphere ball in Las Vegas? I don't know. The A is what the eclipse is. Kind of looks like one of those jacks people usually step out. Color of my dog. And hi, how are you? If you have any questions, don't know if you've been here before. If you want to understand the channel, don't hesitate to ask. We all work together here. What I'm doing here is showing a different formation to the alphabet. What somebody mentioned to me yesterday or today. And what it is A is 1, B is 2, all the way to Z, which is 26. But the 2 from the backside looks like a 5. The 9 also looks like the 6. So when we come upon the 2, 5, 6, and 9 from a different angle, we can change them. At the same time, to a single digit count, I want to just jump over a bunch of stuff. Oh, that's what I was looking for, but I'll do it after. At the same time, A, whoop, B, C, D, E, F. I usually don't do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, H, I, 9, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. You notice we end the alphabet with Z, the 26th letter. 2 plus 6 equals 8. The inverted alphabet is 1 and 8. But there's an open space over here. Should we be closing the alphabet by starting over at A? So should it be A and A, the actual ending, the beginning and the end? Or should we just end it at 8? This cube tells me, right, that it ends at 8. We have the 1 dot in the center with 8 around. 1 controlling 8 equaling to 9. 1 and 8, H and A. The rotation of this cube is 33. MAS equals to 33. So does the word the equals to 33. And in rotation of 33, which is 6 and 9. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 is 6 and 9. 6 and 9 is A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, equaling to 6. And B, C, D, 4, 3, 2, equaling to 9. The healing vibration. But A, B, C, D equals to 10, and within 10 is both A, B, C, and B, C, D resides inside of 10. The difference is 1 and 4, equaling to what is 4 and 1, 10, 9 and 1, 10, 4 and 6, 10. The spirit of Zion, 91 and 64 is 0. It's also Israel, I-S, and then the second word is R-E-A-L. So what happens is that both the K and the T and the B can also have a value of 5, 5, and 5 if I inverted the letters. The let me see where the other one is. The 2 and the 5 can all have a value of 2, 2, and 2 if I inverted those. And then the next one is going to be the 6, where we can have 9, 9, and 9, and the 9 where we can have 66. It just so happens woman in freedom is 66. 99 is Jupiter 13. Jupiter 13. So this is one way to invert the alphabet. I know it looks a little bit messy, but that's what it is. So that's your first base of the alphabet. Also to note that if we switch this into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we went and did what they go the simple gematria 1 through 7, it would change it again. We'd have 1, 3, 5, 7, 5, 3, 1, 1, 3, 5, 7, 5, 3, 1. So what would switch is this 5 would also come over here if we were to switch it. What is this? Two, 4, 6, connecting 1 with 3, 3 with 5, 5 with 7. Okay, I'm just going to answer that question. I want to get something to drink again. I get really thirsty when I'm sitting here. What are you? What am I? Or you talking to me? Or are you talking to, obviously, because Tammy said hello to you. Tammy says hello to Sidesh, and I'm going to say welcome to the channel. I don't recognize you. So go ahead. What am I? I'm just a human being like everybody else. Do you have any other questions that I can understand, that I can answer? Because I'm no more than you, and I'm hoping I'm as much as you. I create, what am I doing right now? As you can see, the energy right down there. Let me shut off that other light. I'm going to explain what I do. Otherwise, you think we can see the energy if I put on this light? The energy seemed to have dissipated, no? I'm going to shut off the light. Your first time here, just give you a little shot of the, see the energy in the sky? See that energy? You call it light, right? But it's energy. Then if you take a look down on the floor, I create art with words, with mathematics. Right, I'm going to pull this light out. I create art with math. I create art with words. I connect geometric shapes and create art with geometric shapes. I take numbers. Numbers have words. Words have placements in the alphabet. They add up to something. They mean something. Numbers have formation. If I want to create number 1, I am going to use 5 and 5. 5 plus 5 equals to 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. 55 is like 1. 55 is sky pass. When you have two 55s, it's 110. The towers came down. 110, or what is 11? 1111 is right over here. The cube. I like to call it Mecca because that's the only place I know in the world where they sit down and everybody surrounds the cube. The cube. Well, I just lost the cube somewhere. Wow, I dropped it on the floor. Let me explain the cube in a minute if I can find it. I got one. Oh, here it is. There's 9 on every single side. That's 54. But there's only 54 cubes. Sorry, there's only 26 cubes. There's 3 corners, 8 times 24. There's 12 times 2 colors. 12 by 2, 24. And then there's 6 singularities. 24, 24, and 6, 54. The numeric value for the sun, call it the sun cube, 54. If I was to dismantle this, it would be 26 individuals just like this. Every single one of these has 6 sides. Whoop, something just popped up here. Every one of these has 6 sides. On every side, there's dots. Or how about if we wipe the dots clean and just say we have 6 sides? Now, if this and this were the same representation, we can now add numbers to it because there's 9 over here. So I add 9 over here to 9 over here, and this is blank. So now this is blank. So now you have 9, but this cube gave it formation, putting dots on each side, and all the dots were 7. But if I have 9 here and 9 on the back side, that's 18. If I have 7 dots, I have to remove the dots. 1 opposite of 6, 7. 2 opposite of 5, 7. 3 opposite of 4, 7. That is what's going on here. So if I take 7 from 18, I get 11. I get 11, 11, 11. When the cube is sitting down, I have 9, and underneath I got 9. I'm going to say it's 9 and 9 is 18. I have 11 this way. And then here I have 11, and here I have 11. Since this is around and you can see it, the total is 14 dots and 22 voided area spaces. 22 represents ape. 22 is bust. And the first time you bust is with 10 and 12 equals to 22. That's your first bust. Your second bust is 13 and 9 equals to 22. Your next bust is 14 and 8 equals to 22. Your next bust is 7 and 15, matches the pool balls, equals to 22. Your next one is 6 and 16 equals to 22. And now the next one is what is 5 and 17 equals to 22. But in the game of blackjack, they tell us to stand on 17. So therefore, I'm standing on headquarters. 1 plus 7 equals to 8. What is 17? To create 17, you need 2, 5, and 8. Those numbers, 2, 5, and 8. So you can have 2 and 2 coming together. You can have 2 and 5 coming together. 2 and 8 coming together. 5 and 5 coming together. 5 and 8 coming together. Or 8 and 8 coming together. All of these numbers will recreate 44 or 17 or 26 and 35, and they all equal to 8 after you multiply them and add them. It just add them up. It just so happens that the game of roulette is about different numbers as well. You have a 1-to-1 payout when you play the first 18 and the second 18. So understand 1 and 1. Then you have a 2-to-1 payout where there's 3 areas of 12. 3 areas of 12, 33. Then what you have is you have the color area. And then you have in between the spaces. 2 spaces. When you put a chip here, 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 and here, these are 4 different numbers. When you put here, 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 and here, the payout is 17-to-1 between 2 areas. The payout between 4 areas, right, the crisscross star over here, is 8-to-1. And there's only 1 between 4 areas. So there's only 1 of these and 4 of these. It equals to 68, which is the house planet, plus 8, 76. But when one of these numbers come in, and let's say this number comes in, all you're going to collect is this one and this one and this one. So you're going to collect 42. 17 and 17 is 34, plus 8 is 42, plus the 35 that you're on will equal to 77. Power, matter, in winning these 2 circles. Power and matter. Now what happens to that is we are going to get plus 4 equals to 81 Venus. It can also be for square. But where it comes from is 99. 99 creates 1881. Jupiter is 99. 13 is 99. Teen equals to 44. An area space equals to 44. Area equals to 25. Numeric value for Earth as well as Jack. Area. REER. Electric Resonant Angels. AE coming together. A plays a role inside of E, and then we don't need A anymore. A divides between 2 sides. Mars and Earth. And it comes together to be played here under 1 moon. Here under, I'm not really sure where the moons will go. 1 moon here, 1 moon here, and 1 moon here. 3 moons. Luna, the moon of Earth. Deimos, the cube moon, the moon of Mars. And Phobos. SUB plugin, demons and phobias coming together. Where do we get this? Is when you go down and play the gambling games, they show you how the odds and how the table works. They teach us the creator of this planet. If the creator of this planet needed to do something, what would it do? It would make another one of what it is. I'm going to make another one just like me. I'm going to tell it everything it's allowed to do and everything it can't do. But I need it to go out and think. So everything it learns comes back to a central conscience, and that'll be me. But we can all discuss and talk about that central conscience so we can learn and build, but everybody is still me. And because I give everybody the right To create, I must give everybody the rules and regulations in understanding how to destroy. If I want to have wool, I must cut the sheep, the wool off the sheep, the hair off the sheep. If I want to get lumber, I must knock down the trees to build. If I want to keep the lawn clean, I must chop off its head. If I want to clean the streets, or clean my house, I must pick up all the dust and throw it away. So as you destroy, you create, you destroy, you create. But I can't get in my own way. I have to make sure I don't bother me, but I can ask myself questions. So I tap on another one of me and they go, hey, you're bothering me. So now we have to understand how to mingle amongst ourselves, because I've mirrored myself with a central conscience. And we all became pieces and part of the same it system, the same godly system. God lingers within all of us. We are all sitting, I like to say, in the Urantia world. Thought corrections all the time, every single one individually. Right now, there's been a hijack. 89, hijack, H&I, Jack, 25, Earth. H&I is 17, 5 times 2, 5 plus 2, 52 is the Earth number, 10 and 7, JG, Jack, God. Jack is number 25. There's been a hijack. The hijack is through the moon, and the moon is analog. And that moon can no longer support what it was created to do. It needs to upgrade. It's falling so far behind that the dams are overflowing, the water is flowing, and with the water, with the conscience flow and the energy, there's information, and the information is going overboard. So we need to go faster to a digital moon, otherwise we'll never stop what's coming. Knowledge, the truth, the awakening. We are moving to a digital moon, digital ID, digital. Everything is Digimons. So I'd like to know a little bit about Digimon. And when I began this project 20 years ago, one of the first things that came out was DBZ. It's thinking decibels, but it was Dragon Ball Z, or from D over to Z, removing what is ABC. We're moving into a new moon. 5775, even the cube tells us about that. Are you still here with us, Mr. Sadash? Sugar, honey, honey. Let me see if I'm on. I'm going to explain to you. Let me see where this is. Continue over here to one of the social media group. Continue over here. Okay, let me see. Okay. Okay, no one has said anything to me here. Okay. Let me see if I'm streaming on YouTube to make sure that I'm doing everything right. Okay. So Tammy, is there anybody else here but just Tammy, or does everybody want to know? And I do this basically in all my videos. What is the cube? What does the cube say? What does the cube say? Okay, so this is what happens. When I have the 1 down, 1 up, I have 1 and 14 equals to 15. When I have the 6 up, the 1 is down, I have 6 and 14 equals to 20. 20, 15. When I have 6 and 2, when I flip it upside down, I'll have 1 and 5. House equals to 86. Half a house, 34 or 43 is half the house. 77 is we got power in the house. 77. 11 and 3. The game of pool, they are the reverse of each other, and 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is 2 and 1 equals to 3. We now have A, B plus C equals to 6, F. So 2015 is the year 5775 Hebrew time. The year 5775 Hebrew time, 13 moons, 75,075. 5 times 7, 35. 5 plus 7 is 12. 12 and 35 is 47. The numeric value is time. So we have O time, which the O is the 15th letter. 1 plus 5 equals to 6. Whoop. Did I get that right? The numeric value for moon is 57. Birth is 57. Time is 47. Jesus is 74. 74 is also energy. 77 is power. 77 is Christ. 77 is matter. Matter and energy, me, Mars and Earth. Mars and Earth is number 51 and 52, equaling to 103, JC or Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, 77 and 74, equal to 151. 7 and 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5, 7 and 4 is 11, 1 and 1 is 2. Earth. A singular to Earth, a split with Mars. 5 times 2, 5 plus 2 equals to 10 and 7, 17. So we can see how this goes together its entirety. So this is the end of the perfect time, 2015 on one side. When you add up 1 to 15, we can call this the game of pool. When you add up to 120, we can call this the game of darts. The game of darts comes with the 50 and the 25 years and the 50 years, from 1948 to 1973 to 2023. The 75 years of separation. From A to G and A to Z, from A to Z and A to G inside the gateway. Like the Las Vegas strip or stripe or pirate. Inside of first, we rest in peace inside the E world. 39 and 27 equals 66. It's the freedom. It's the woman and Jupiter and back to the moon again, where 5 and 7 is connected by 66. Where is 66? 66 is right here. 6 on this side, and I'm going to exit out. I'm going to do the X over here. Okay? I'm going to do the X. Maybe I should do the X on both sides. When we do the X over here, I'm not sure if I should make it diamond-like or put a square. What happens is number 8 is right over here. Number 8 connects both 6 and 6. 686. And 6 connects what is 5 and 7, the numeric for the moon. When I go one level down, 9 shows up over here. So I get a darker color because it's over. So 9 is connected to 8 and 6. So you have 9 connected to 8 and 6. You have 7 connected to 5. No, you have 7 connected to 6 and 8. 7 connected to 5 through 6, but 7's connected to 8. You have 6, 7, and 8. If you look at 6 and 8, you have 8. If 6 and 8 are connected, well, they're connected here too. If 6 and 8 are connected, they're connected here too. If 6 and 8 are connected, they're connected here too. Now 5 and 9, you see 5 in between 9 over here, right? See how close it is? See how close it is? The odds of 6 and 8 are you put down 6 and you collect back 7. Now the thing about 5, right, is 9. Number 3 and 2 is 5. Number 5 and 4 is 9. Now what you're going to do is we're going to get number 3 and number 6. And you're going to get 4 and 1. It just so happens that love is 3, 4, 5, 6. Also, our two sex organs of the male and the female. The male is the 63, and the female is 54. And here is number 15. And for a pen, you can have number 15, the numeric value inverted for Mars. Can you say the pig pen? Because everything is divisible by 3, multiplied by 3, and everything is connected to what is 3. The pig's pregnancy is 3, 3, and 3, 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. So what do we have here? We have 5 and 9 right over here. Then over here we have 11. In between what is 3, we now have 11. Okay, now where do we get 11? Well, we have 1 and 2 equals to 3. So where do we get 11? Right over here. Now we're going to go to 13. Now how do we connect the last one? 13. Where do we get 13? We don't have 13 at all. So can we put it to number 4, put that to 2, put this to 4. If we put this to 4, 1 and 3 is 4. 4 and 1 is 5. 4 and 1 is 5. 13, 14, 15 is 6. We have 3 over here and 2 over here and 3 over here. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now we have 6 and 8. We have 5, 9, and 5 over here. And that's going to be 19 is going to be 1. So we have 6, 8, 1. And then anyways, that's that formation. I'm not sure if anybody's still here. It says nobody's here, but I'm very tired. Time for bed. Want to thank you for whoever's going to watch it now or in the future. We've only just begun. We're all working together, the theory of everything. And that's it for now. I'm just very tired, and I just appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Got a little bobo, so I put a Band-Aid on it. Peace and love. And cat, C-A-T. The other thing I wanted to work on, right, is words. I'm just going to talk right now, just say a few things. One of them is, I wanted to finish. One of them were just a few words, like using wall and border, talking about 1111 or 111 and things coming together, talking about the vertical and horizontal or the vertebrae, talking about the vowels in the alphabet. Just 1 second. The word prophet. The other words, yes, one of the words I wanted to talk about is, hold on a second. Let me see if I got this here. Hold on. Okay, we're going to do this one here first. Hopefully I It's all about this over here. 10, 10. 10 hours, 10 minutes. 610 minutes. Times 60 seconds, 366 days a year. 22 hours times 60 equals to 1320. Times 60 seconds, 79,200. The Earth diameter is 79,200. 10 p.m. When you go, I'm just trying to see 6 times 6. Oh, yes. If we add 2 and 5 together, it becomes 7, becomes 7920, the long Mayan count. When we go 1320, 60 by 22, it equals to 1320 again. Plus 10 is 1330. Okay. 1330 by 60 is 79.8. Your birth at the gateway in the heavens, more or less 7 and 8 is that gateway. 9 and 8 is the high gate. The three of them together is 6. In the last one, 60 times plus 22, so 2222, also for area space. Ape at the same time. When you multiply it by 60, 8064, the diameter of the sun. Okay, the diameter of the sun. I have a 86,400. If I multiply this by 3, I get 25,920. 864, I'm talking about. And that's the long Mayan count. And this is when you get 2222 or 822 if you want to look at it backwards. I wish I had my pen. Where did my pen go? Whoa, just spilled a little coffee. The 822 is 502, Earth. 480 and 22, 502, Earth is the same as 2222, bringing you to the 864. 6 days at 1440 minutes is 864. 6 days of creation, 1440 minutes in a day. I just want to go to that one little piece I wanted to do, and then we're going to end it. 24. Every EAR is 24, so now I add F to give me 30. I add T to give me 44, area, space, and a tier. Bear to give me 26. So by doing this, I can understand with these letters how the word is changing and what the numeric value is. Okay, so yes, Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. My cat just went into her home. I hope you can see this. She's busy in her house. She likes to stay close to me, so I put her up a little house here. Cabin in the Sky, Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video. How can I do that? Where is it going? Where is it going? Up, down? I don't know. Okay, thank you for watching. Good night.